need to do is list your empowering beliefs. Whoa, the other side of the coin. What are the things that make you strong? I can talk good. I'm friendly to people. I'm giving. I'm sharing. I ask God to send me someone daily whom I can help. While I was outside that door, I asked God to send me one of you who I could actually really help. Makes a difference. List the empowering beliefs that you have and make sure that you focus on those and hone in on them. Number 5, today I will ask these individuals to mentor me. Here's how you do it. I believe that I can go to anybody. This is how I did it. I went to Les Brown. I said, Mr. Brown, after getting training from my speech teacher,
Dr. Hickman.
Dr. Sandy Hickman gave me the tools that I needed in order to get to the next square. I thought when she told me her price, I thought it was a little expensive. Now I think that I have plenty. All right. I was able to go to Les Brown and say, sir, these are my talents, and I want you to mentor me. I'm willing to do this, this, and this for you. These are the days that I have free, and these are the hours that I'm willing to give you without charge. Will you mentor me, sir? Of course, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was on Michigan Avenue, and I was standing outside. I was stalking him. Well, I had to. I had to do the things that other people wouldn't do. I had already emailed him. I had already tried to phone his office. I had written all types of letters. I took one great letter, made 25 copies of it, went to a speech down at the Harold Washington Center when he was speaking, and had my daughter, my teenage daughter, she was 16, 15, or so at the time, I don't know. But yeah, I got too many kids now. But she was she was a little girl, and I told her, anybody that looks important, give them this piece of paper and say, please give this to Les Brown. My daddy has to talk to him. And it was a letter of introduction. Okay? Still got no response. So I found out that he was doing a radio show. I went on down to the studio and just stayed outside. The security guard said, what are you doing here? I'm here to see Les Brown. I got this letter I just want to give to him, ma'am. She said, well, we don't do it like that. You mailed it, so, Monday through Friday business. I said, but his show is on Sunday morning at 6 a.m. She says, I know, but he's not here during the week. I said, I know. That's why I got to see him now. She said, we don't do that. I said, the real reason I came here, ma'am, was to buy you breakfast. She said, I want you to go sit by that elevator. He's going to come up here. This is all true. I got recordings of all this. Next, she says, go sit by the elevator. Don't say anything. And to him, when he comes up, hand him the letter, and I want you out of that door. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is the good part. This is the good part.
Of course, I have to. I know what to do. I got to be real brief on this. I'm abbreviating. I sit in this chair. I hear Les Brown coming up with his entourage. There's Jesse Jackson Sr., Jesse Jackson Jr., there's Reverend Meeks, all with him, with all of their entourages as well. And I reach through the crowd, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown! And right away he turns and looks at this envelope. It was a blue clouded envelope. All of my envelopes are distinguished. I bought the best stationery I could afford at the time. It looked different from anybody else's. And as soon as he saw that envelope, he turns and he says, you're Mark Stevenson, aren't you? I got 5 of those. He says, you come on up to the studio. When we went up to the studio, I'm following the entourage. He says, no, you come with me. Get some headphones on this guy. Next thing you know, I realized, oh my God, I'm going to do the Les Brown show. I went on to become his personal assistant for a couple of years and director of one of his product projects to help ex-offenders. You can do anything that you want to do. Same way that I got with Tony Robbins. You know, I didn't have money to get in the seminar. I found a way in there, and many other greats and people that I'm trying to get next to, because these people will help me. You must ask the people. You must be brave enough to stand up in a room like this, at whatever level you are, and say, I need a mentor. Can you help me? I want to play football. I need a mentor. I need help. I need help. I want to start a team. I want to start a sports team. I'm a little bit too old to play football, but I know I can contribute to the sport in some kind of way. I need a mentor. There's thousands of different jobs in the NFL. I know I can qualify for one of them. Can you help me? Then, on the other side of the coin, offer yourself as a mentor to someone. No matter what level you are at this point, you are able to mentor someone else, are you not?
Yes.
Yes.
List those people who you can mentor. If you don't know who they are right now, ask God to send them to you. Do some knee work.
All right. Yes.
Get on your knees and ask God to send you those individuals who you know that you can help. There are some people who are looking for you right now, wondering what to do. What do I do next? Who's going to help me? Make sure that you offer yourself as a mentor. Today, I will say on number 7, we already talked about asking God to send someone you can help. Now I want to hone in on it. I want you to focus on asking God to send someone to you who you can help financially. I don't care if you only got $10. If you got $10 in your pocket, this was taught to me, and it works. If you got $10 in your pocket, take as much as you can until it hurts, and give it to somebody who you can. And give it to somebody who's good. Don't help somebody be a bum. Don't you give your money away to beggars.
Right.
Don't help somebody be a burden on society, but help someone who genuinely needs the help. Ask God, He'll send you those people. Guaranteed. It might be the mom with a couple of kids that gets off the next bus that you see. Pull your car over and just walk up to her and say, ma'am, did you drop this? The trick is you must never tell anybody that you did it. And you must do it on a daily basis or your blessings are erased. That's all I have to say about that, and that's my personal belief. But you can never tell anybody about what you do for somebody else. You erase your blessing. Do it. Dig deep until it hurts, and then dig deeper. Next thing I want you to do is to write a letter to someone who will help fulfill your dream. That's number 8. There's someone out there that will help you fulfill your dream. Write a letter to them today. Make 20 copies of it, just like Captain Mark did. Keep sending them day after day after day until you hear from them. I've been writing Oprah so long, I don't know what to do.
Someday.
My hand gets tired. That's okay. Tawana taught me. She said she could write with her foot, so can I.
All right.
Number 9. Today, I will call 3 people who will help fulfill my dream. So I wrote a letter, but I also did action steps. In my car on the way after this meeting, I started thinking about, I know, let's see, I'm going to be a ship's captain. I need to call somebody from the Coast Guard who can help me. I know a guy who can get me really hooked up. What about Dan Heckler? What about his assistant, Nancy McKenna? Maybe I can just ask them and tell them part of what my dream is, and then I can also tell them I want to help them fulfill their dream. Can I help you? Number 10, I will offer encouragement to someone who finds it hard to believe in himself or herself. Your belief in yourself. Your belief in yourself. You must transfer that by helping others to believe in themselves. Those simple words of encouragement that I talked about earlier. Simple words of encouragement can change a life. Help someone to believe in themselves. If you want to help someone and you want to discipline them, I've been taught to first compliment them on what they're doing right, and then make the corrective statement.
Do that again, Mark.
I want you to compliment. In order to really help someone, you compliment someone first on what they're doing right, and then make a corrective statement, a statement that can change their behavior. You're doing everything right in this area, and I'm really glad that you're doing it. Leave the word but out and however. You substitute it for and. You're doing well at this area, and I would like to see more of this. Not but, okay? You got to be careful. There's so much power in words.
Say it again.
Number 11. You need to tell yourself every day in the mirror, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. And hang around with people that think they're even greater. Watch this. We haven't talked about this or rehearsed. I am the greatest.
I am the greatest.
No, Vivian, you got it wrong. I am the greatest.
I am the greatest.
Vivian, I am the greatest.
You're not greater than me.
Vivian, I am the greatest. Dr. Sandy, I am the greatest. I said I am the greatest. You get it wrong. It's me that's the greatest.
I'm the greatest.
I am the greatest.
I'm the greatest.
You can't go say no. Around all great folks. But no matter what, I am the greatest.
No, it's me.
You're the greatest. You think you are? I am the greatest. Tell yourself every day how great you actually are. And make it affirmative in your heart and in your mind. Repetition is the mother of success.
Yes.
Do it every day. I'm not going to read this next page to you. Just going to briefly tell you this is must-have books is titled. Must-have books.
Everybody got that pass out?
Yes.
Okay, the must-have books are books that, these are just 10 books that I want you to get. The first 9 are books that changed my life, and I believe that I kind of condensed them and wrote my own book, The Late Bloomer's Guide to Success. It will be released on November the 23rd. On my father's birthday it will be. And I already have a book deal signed. And I will be doing a tour of all 50 states to promote this book. Because no matter what stage in life you are, this isn't about recovery or any of that. This is about restarting your life, period. Whether you're a housewife trying to restart your life, who has lost a husband through divorce or death, or a teenager, or any of you that think that you're a little bit late in the game. Everyone's a late bloomer in one way or another. They must have movies and CDs. The only thing that I'll say is this movie, Startup.com, by a friend of mine, Khalil Tuzman. He's a friend now because I saw this movie, and I got on a plane and went to New York and made him my friend. This movie changed my life. He decided to go into business for himself. It's a cheap movie now. It costs about $10. Get it online, Startup.com. And The Bucket List, who I just saw. Don't be part of that mentality. I need you to see that movie because they made that movie for me. I wrote a list of all the things that I want to do before I die, and I'm doing them today. Last of all, or almost last. I'm almost doing one. I'm going over a little bit. But make sure that you join me every Tuesday on my motivational call. Some of you have been there and have gotten some value out of this call. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. The calls, we try and keep them under 30 minutes, and we give a message of hope and inspiration. I also would like to take a quick opportunity to introduce to you Nancy McKenna. Nancy, would you please stand up? This is a call to action, ladies and gentlemen, about the occasion. You all have one of these brochures, correct?
Yes.
And you also have a letter that was written that starts off, what is the first portion there?
On your doorstep is a tremendous opportunity.
Okay. For those of you who understand how I do it, you need to read it and hear it. So I'm going to ask her to just read your call to action. If you're a friend of mine, this is what I'm asking you to do. I need your help. Please read it real quick. Just the part that we wrote last night.
Turn around, please.
Absolutely.
Work that camera.
On your doorstep is a tremendous opportunity. An opportunity to engage the public in education about the intertwined story of the Great Lakes, maritime history, and the connection between the Great Lakes and the growth of Chicago. To allow them to experience the lake, its resources, and the boats that made Chicago possible, and how we are still tied to this resource. Our lake is water we drink and a recreational resource, as well as commerce and industry. The American Academy of Industry, a 501c3 non-for-profit corporation, has as its educational platform the retired Coast Guard cutter Acacia. This 180-foot cutter holds much promise, but only if she can be accessed by the public. Her decks and compartments may be more than a platform for education. This is a call for action. We are calling upon you to help us bring this beautiful ship to the public. We need you to help us call upon government officials to find a permanent home where the public will have access. We call upon you to be the hero, to phone, to email, to write letters to the following elected officials today. Without your help, this task will be impossible. With your help, bringing this ship to you and your families and organizations will become a reality. Act today.
Now, we need your help to be about action. Take this piece of paper and put it in your pocket and act on it today. They don't call me Captain Mark Action Stevenson for nothing. And I need your help. I need each and every one of you to call, write, as many of these people, or all of them. Some of you start at the top of the list. Some of you start at the bottom of the list. Get the mission accomplished. We need to keep this wonderful ship in our community, and I need your help because this is a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for all of us. How many of you have been on the ship already? Okay. I want to invite each and every one of you to come out every Sunday. Meet me at Roma's Restaurant at 92nd and Commercial. But look, you have my business card. I will make sure that I pass my business cards around to each and every one of you so that you have my contact information. Make sure that you meet me at Roma's Restaurant 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. I will take you onto the ship, and we need people to help. I want everyone to start standing. Morgan has a quick announcement before we close out.
You know, one of our members said that coming to ACES is kind of like going to church, and if that's true, I'm not there. All right? We come here for information. We begin to join hands, Bob. This is how we work this. We join hands in a spirit of cooperation. I know that all races do that.
Everybody before the camera, if you don't mind, so we'll get you on.
Every hand should be in another
Before
hand
the camera.
or on the shoulder.
Leave an opening here.
No. I have some of my young people here with you. Wanda, would you take over? I want my young people. These are some of, come on in the front. Come on in the middle. Don't be shy. Come on in here.
We're missing
Step
3.
up. Man up. Woman
Go
up.
up front, up there with him.
Remember, I've been begging
Go up front.
assiduously. Come on all the way up. Turn around. All right. These are two of my students.
Don't stand
or I
in
should
front
say
of him.
Our students. You say, we'll move just a little. I'm making
There
the
you
camera
go.
ready. They're behind the camera and in front of the camera now. All right. And we believe it or not, we got another 8 starting a second group today. So from 9 to 1, Gus, and from 1 to 5, we got 2 different groups, and a satellite over east and another satellite over west. And so we're up to our ears. And this is our give back. So when I ask you to help me get these people back and forth, come and speak to these young people, provide an opportunity for them to do some marketing, and they'll do some of that calling. This is an example of the young people that we're trying to help, Jean. And Jean's got another group, and maybe have her group come. And so my spirit said this. We don't normally do this. We don't normally take up a collection. But to tell you the truth, we're financing most of what we do with these students out of our own pocket. And mine ain't too deep. Somebody said my pocket was so flat it looked like an elephant stepped on it. Right? And so I would like, if you would, maybe I can get Dr. Watts. If you are so motivated, he said, give some money to somebody to help these. $10, whatever you can give to Dr. Watts. He's going to collect it.
Okay.
And Doctor, here's how we're going to close out. We're not going to do a regular prayer. We're going to do what we're kind of famous for. Ted Hollander, who couldn't be here, he's at Boy Scout camp. He says that if nothing else, when you come to ACES, you go away feeling better. Everybody, can you give me an amen on that?
Amen.
You feel better than when you came in, Robert?
Absolutely.
All right, and I want you to, you know, in my church circle, we always say give a holy hug or a handshake to our special guest. And Robin is a special guest, an old friend and a friend of a dear friend, my mentor. And of course, we know Mark. Mark's so busy making money, he can't always.
Mark, step
be
out,
here.
please.
Step out. She wants you to step out so they can see you a little better. And so, with that, Dr. Watts, you got your assignment. I ask for your hearts and minds to help me help these children. It may not be the first time. It's easier to beg if you're begging for somebody else, right?
Step up.
You
Can't
tell
see
them Boy
you.
Scout cookies and all that kind of stuff. And I'll call you back. You know, sometimes we have very important guests that I have to stay on call for. How many of you remember when the mayor showed up? Mayor Davis showed up.
Yeah, we remember.
And then a few minutes later, somebody knocked on the door. We had the president of the Senate, Emil Jones. And then a little later, somebody from Obama's camp came, and I'm trying to focus on the meeting, and it didn't dawn on me that Mayor Daley himself decided, with the help of his aide, to come here to ACES, Cliff, and use it as a base to promote the election. Tracy? Sure did. And they wanted us to come outside, some of them, and the alderman said, no, we're going to come inside. And if you remember, if you stayed, who started the meeting? They gave me the honor of starting the meeting. We had 11 elected officials, 5 aldermen, 3 judges, 1 candidate for recorder. We had the president of the Senate, the city treasurer, who came back to talk to us,
Right.
second generation businesswoman, and the mayor himself. I've never seen him stay on place 2 hours. Never in my life. So we got something going here. I hope that you all remember the 3-2-1 formula. What is it? It means that you invite 3 people to come to ACES. That's why I took the tables out. We're going to fill up those rows. I hope he has to knock out the wall. And we're going to take one meeting out to Country Club Hills to be with our old owner. Leslie will open his restaurant in another 2 weeks. So one day we're going to do that. We have to get buses and vans. We're going to see him. I'm fired up today, right? Okay, with that, I'm going to turn it over to my buddy.
I want you to all remember,
Come on, let's.
all remember that you can do the impossible, folks. Impossible is only impossible if it's locked up in your own mind as being impossible. If you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right in either case, aren't you? How many of you remember before Obama announced that he was going to run for president, that I came in here with a bunch of T-shirts?
Yeah.
Thought I was crazy. How many of you remember when I came in here with the Obama panties? That's what I said, Obama panties. White panties with Obama written on the back of them. A lot of people, even Vivian called me and said, Mark, that's over the edge. But Santricia, could you make the panties fast enough for me? She couldn't make them fast enough. I had to sell that idea. Okay? Sold the T-shirt. So you can do whatever you think is impossible. Just keep reaching. Now, I gave you a sheet called I Am a Leader.
Mark, excuse me 1 second. Say your name, rank, and sit. Do your thing. Real quick.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
My
morning.
name is Lenise Harvey. I'm 17 and I attend Woodland Brooks College Prep, and I'm a swimming senior this fall.
All right.
Go ahead, bud.
My name is Kenneth McCune. I'm a senior at Woodland Brooks College Prep and live on the south side.
Okay, continue.
I want you to take this with you and use this.
Mark, I'm sorry, one more thing.
You know what? Everybody got a taser.
I want you to know that one of our members, I can get this right here. One of our members, Tracy. Now hold on, please. Tracy's son is featured in the Sun-Times article, the advertising campaign for Bank of America, and you'll see this in the Sun Times, the Tribune, and other
On the poster boards all over the city, you see big boards. You see that? That's my son.
All right. So we're very proud of that. Let's have a hand for him. Okay, just one. That's it. That's
Okay.
it.
You got
I
to step
just
from
want-
behind the pole. I can't see you.
I just wanted to invite everyone out to the harbor tonight. Constant Branch's son is performing tonight and composing with the band tonight. So anyone coming out to the harbor on 59th and Science Drive, you're all welcome. It is $10 to get in, but her son, this is his first big performance. I'm really proud of him. Maurice Branch will be performing tonight and composing and writing for the band.
All right, so we got two sons and two proud mothers and fathers. Don't forget my kids, our kids, they're your kids now. You hear me?
Yes.
These are your kids now, and there's another 20 of them. All right.
And I won't try and slip in there for free with my boat.
You're welcome to.
You can get better direction from those kinds. Go ahead, Mark. Let's get out of here. All right.
I want you to know that you all are leaders and you all set the pace. So I want you to repeat after me. This is what I call my mantra. This is how I wake my family up every day.
Take a deep breath. Everybody, take a deep breath.
And I do it with all the gusto that I have
Take a
in my
deep
heart.
breath. Take a deep breath.
I want you to repeat after me. I am a leader.
I am a leader.
I set the pace.
I set the pace.
I will constantly feed my mind with positive energy.
I will constantly feed my mind with positive energy.
I will take care of my body, for it is God's temple.
I will take care of my body, for it is God's temple.
I will seek out humility in everything that I do.
I will seek out humility in everything that I do.
I will give until it hurts, and then I will give some more.
I will give until it hurts, and I will give some more.
Because I am a leader, I set the pace.
I am a leader. I set the pace.
My appearance will be that of a prospect, never a suspect.
My appearance will be that of a prospect, never a suspect.
I will always maintain an attitude of gratitude.
I will always maintain an attitude of gratitude.
I will exceed all expectations of me.
I will exceed all expectations of me.
I will underpromise and over-deliver.
I will underpromise and overdeliver.
Yes, I am a leader. I set the pace.
Yes, I am a leader. I set the pace.
I welcome my failure on the way to my success.
I welcome my failure on the way to my success.
I defy the odds.
I defy the odds.
I am the example that it can be done.
I am the example that it can be done.
Yes, it can be done.
Yes, it can be
It
done.
must be done.
It must be done.
It will be done. Because I am a leader. I set the pace.
Thank you so very much.
Before we leave this, let us help these kids and let them know that we put our money where it goes. We don't just talk a game, we live a game.
Till it hurts. And give some more.
That's right. No, but you got what you do is louder than what you say.
Oh, Lord.